Now let's get into one of the most complex and critical stories for the Browns this season: the quarterback room, and the salary cap implications that come with it. This isn't just behind-the-scenes stuff. For Browns fans, this puzzle could dictate the team's competitiveness for years, not just this season. This situation is unlike any other in recent NFL history, and especially with a quarterback like Deshaun Watson involved. His contract and the off-field saga surrounding him add layers of complexity that make this story fascinating and nerve-wracking. Here's the scene. The Browns have been in a peculiar spot at quarterback for some time now. After trading for Watson in a blockbuster deal, expectations soared. But the reality of his massive contract combined with the team's roster decisions creates a financial juggling act that demands attention. For 2025, Watson is projected to take up a staggering 83% of the team's salary cap allocated to the quarterback position. That's nearly unbelievable when you consider most NFL teams spread quarterback cap hits across multiple players to better manage their finances. But Cleveland's situation is different. Watson's deal dominates the cap picture. In total, the Browns have 5 quarterbacks under contract for 2025, but only 4 will realistically compete for a roster spot. The 5th is Watson, whose $36 million cap hit stands out against the roughly $75 million combined cap hit of the other 4. That contrast shows just how much the Browns rely on Watson, but it also highlights the financial tightrope they walk. Only a handful of quarterbacks in the entire NFL have a higher cap hit than Watson's $36 million for 2025. Those names include Dak Prescott, Matthew Stafford, and Joe Burrow, all established franchise quarterbacks. Lamar Jackson and Kyler Murray also carry similar burdens with high cap hits reflecting their importance to their teams. But the Browns' scenario is unique. Watson's contract consumes such a large portion of the cap that it impacts every other roster move. It's a double-edged sword. The team believes in Watson as the franchise cornerstone, but they're handcuffed financially by the size of his deal. So, what does this mean for the future? For one, the Browns aren't going anywhere financially when it comes to Watson's contract in 2025. They're locked in. But there's a silver lining tied to a possibility few have fully explored. If Watson can't play the full season, the Browns could potentially file an insurance claim to recover some of that massive cap hit. This insurance claim strategy is largely uncharted territory in the NFL and could be a game changer. If Watson is sidelined due to injury or other qualifying reasons, the Browns might receive a payout that would free up significant cap space in 2026. That kind of flexibility could help Cleveland improve the roster or absorb other contracts. It's a gamble, of course. It depends on Watson's health and the terms of the insurance policy. But it's a strategic option that could profoundly impact the team's financial future. Complicating things further is the fact the Browns are unlikely to carry 4 quarterbacks on their 53-man roster for the entire season. Most NFL teams carry 2 or 3 quarterbacks, balancing depth with roster needs. Cleveland might keep 4 early on to keep options open, but unless they make trades or cutbacks, they won't see immediate salary cap relief. Cutting veterans like Joe Flacco or Kellen Mond could create dead cap charges, meaning the team still has to pay part of their salary cap even if those players are no longer on the roster. This forces the Browns to balance leadership and experience in the quarterback room with the financial implications of dead money. This all highlights how delicate NFL roster management truly is, especially when you're dealing with a franchise quarterback carrying one of the largest contracts in league history. Beyond just the quarterback situation, the Browns have invested heavily in building a team around Watson. The offensive line, wide receivers, and defense have all been bolstered with key players like Amari Cooper and Nick Chubb, plus a strong defensive front. The front office knows Watson's success depends on the talent and protection surrounding him. But the NFL is unpredictable. Injuries happen, performances fluctuate, and a big contract can become either a burden or an advantage depending on circumstances. Browns fans have lived through the ups and downs, and this season promises more of the same. The Browns coaching staff, led by Kevin Stefanski, is hard at work navigating these financial and roster challenges. The AFC North remains one of the NFL's toughest divisions. The Bengals and Joe Burrow keep pushing hard. The Ravens and Lamar Jackson are always threats. The Steelers are in rebuild mode but looking to bounce back. Cleveland has to find a way to stand out.